Okay, so this video is about displaying template names, the current template names, like here in this corner, especially when you're developing in WordPress and the project gets larger and number of custom templates increase, it may get a bit difficult to keep track of where you are at any point of the coding. So through this video, we're going to learn how to display the current template at any page level, but we're just going to do it programmatically without using any plugin or anything like that. That being said, let's get started. All right, so before we get started coding, I just wanted to show you which filter we're going to use for the purpose of our target, and this is it. And this is the filter that basically lets us change or update the default template URLs. This basically lets us filter out or override WordPress's default template paths. And as a string, this provides us with a parameter called template, because this is basically the whole path of the current template that WordPress is loading. And most importantly, this is the line to look at. This can be used to override WordPress's default template behavior. So it's pretty powerful, but that's not how we're going to use it. We're not going to alter anything. We're just going to collect this default template name or current template name from here and add it to a global variable. Let's go check it out. Okay, so we are at the back end of the WordPress, and we are going to start here at my function.php file, and I already created two comments here because we're going to do it through two different functions. First, we're going to collect the current template name and set it to a global variable, and the second one we're going to write so that we can display that anywhere on demand. So let's just start here. At this point, I'm just going to add the filter that we talked about. All right, so we have the template include, that's our filter, and this will be our function that we're going to write to collect the template. As we have seen in the documentation, this filter provides us with a string that has the current template name with the whole path. But we're not going to need the whole path, so let's just start here. All right, we have our function shell ready. Now let's just create a global variable, and we're going to name it the current theme template, and we're going to equal it to base name $T. Basically what base name is doing, it's actually getting rid of the path information, just collecting the file name, just the file name, and storing it into this global variable. And since this is a filter, we have to return something, and we're going to just return $T. Basically, we're not making any changes. We're not really utilizing the filter the way it's supposed to. We're just collecting the current template, cleaning it up, collecting the name, and putting it inside our global variable, which we will use in here when we write our display function. Meanwhile, we just return the template as is so that it doesn't make any changes to the default WordPress behavior. So let's save that and get started with our second block. And this will be a function, get current template. We're going to have a parameter here, echo equals false. So default will be false. Now we're going to check on the global variable. So if this is not set, we're going to return false. But if this echo variable is not false, we're going to echo the content of that variable. Else, we'll just return the variable. Not display, just return it. So that it's going to be there, but if somebody echoes it, it will display. And that's that. We save it. Now we have our filter ready, basically our global variable ready, and we have a function to display it. Now let's go to the footer where we are trying to display this template name, the current template name. All right, so we are back at the footer.php, and this is the location where we're going to write our code to be displayed. But before we do, let's go check the status of the current page. At the bottom, if you look here, there's nothing, right? It is no longer showing the current template. So let's go back. First, simply, we're going to call the function echo get current template. Let's save it. And let's go see what's happening. Let's refresh and keep an eye out right here, the lower right hand corner. All right, so our template name showed up, but I usually try to make it look a little bit prettier than that. So I would add something right here. Let's say a div. Okay, so this is pretty much a div with a setting up a color and giving it a title, the current template. And let's close this div. So now let's go check it out. It should look a little bit prettier. Once again, keeping an eye out in this corner and refresh. And boom, it's looking nice and pretty. And since this is a variable, so no matter where we go, let's go to the home page. Now it's giving you the different template name. Let's try another one, different one. So everywhere we go, we get the current template name showing up right in this corner so that we can develop in WordPress with ease. Okay, in case you're wondering why we use this function right here, why we had an echo and then a return, just to explain a little bit more, that actually gives our function a little bit of flexibility. Basically, if you're having an echo here, since we're returning it, it's going to display anyway, like this, showing up, right? But then, in case you don't want to use the echo or somebody doesn't know, but they know about providing a parameter, save. See, we're not using echo anymore, we're just providing true. And let's see, refresh. We still have the display going. So that's the reason, just so you know. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button and the subscribe button. This will help me bring more free contents like this to you every week. Thanks again.